Hi friends, myself Amitesh, and today in this video I'll be talking about softwares and tools that we use in Linux which now have modern alternatives. I'll be making this into a series. I'll explore modern alternatives of all the tools that we've been using, and in this video I specifically want to cover the core utils. The core utils are one of the most powerful, stable, battle-tested softwares that has ever existed. But what if I told you that there are modern alternatives that are faster, more readable, and actually enjoyable to use? Today, I'll be exploring three of such modern alternatives of the core utils. Now, I'm not saying that the core utils have lost their purpose or they are deemed to be bad, but as software evolves, the expectations evolve too. In the case of programming languages, we now have Rust, which is a modern alternative of C and C++, and we have Zig, which is a modern alternative of C. These both provide memory safety, syntactically safer choices. Let's dive into the first command. Let's talk about the cat command. It's used to view the contents inside a file, and we all must have used it at one point. Now, say that I have this C source code and I want to view this. You type in cat and you would pass in the file that you want to view as the argument. So this is the output of the C source code. Now say that I want to read a text file. I'll write a text file for this example. And you would pass in the text file as the argument. And there you go, the output. Now say that you want to read both of these files at the same time. You'd pass both of these files as the arguments and you'd hit enter, and this is the text file and this is the C source code. Now you must have noticed that you cannot really differentiate that there are two files present in the same instance. Say that you want to read files that are more than 300 lines, and at the same time, say you have three files with 300 lines, and you cannot really differentiate between them. And this is a C source code. There's no syntax highlighting. It's just really bland and it's really hard to view particular things. Here comes the modern alternative called as BAT. I'll view just the C source code for now, and this is the output of the BAT command. It provides you with the name of the file in the first line, and followed by the source code with syntax highlighting and line numbers. It makes it easier to view huge code blocks. So now I'll view both the files, both the text file and the uh, source code. As you can see, it automatically pages as the contents that you are about to read reaches a particular threshold of lines, and you can move with Vim motions or normal arrow keys. Say that I want to view uh, a source code with more than 1000 lines. I have this particular example. I'll use cat command first, and this is how it just dumps all the 1400 lines at the same time into the terminal, and it's really hard to search. Say that you want to search for a particular keyword. You can do this, and then you'd pipe it through grep. This is really useful, but you do not really know the context where the animation is used. It just displays the lines which have the word animation. Now here a bat comes in really handy. You can this automatically pages since it reaches a particular threshold of line numbers. You can move with Vim motions. Say you press Shift G, it's going to go to the last line, and as you can see, it has 1400 lines, and you come up to the first line. Now, I'm gonna come up to the first line. Now I want to search the word animation. As you can see, there are different instances of animation, and to cycle between them, you'd press an N, and you can see the context where it's being used, how it's being used, and why it's being used. But if you compare this to the case of cat, it just displays all the lines with the word animation. And the bat command is really useful. If you want to cycle back, you press Shift N to go back, and if you want to go up in the front, you can press N. Let's talk about the next command. Say that you want to view how much space is being occupied by the files in your system. You'd normally go for the du command, which goes du-sh, and my home directory consumes around 40 gigs of storage. And say now I want to view every single size for every single directory in it. I would do du-sh for human readable sizes, and then star for every single thing. Now it's not sorted, so now we want to sort it by size. You do du-sh star and pipe it to sort command, and now we go. 9.5 gigs of storage are being consumed by my projects, 1.7 gigs for music, and the rest of the storages. So this is really bland, and you want say that you want to see it recursively, and you want to see it colorized. You can also achieve this using the bad command. You can du-sh star, enter the same command, and pipe it again to bat -l conf and -p. As you can see, it's really irregular, but it gives you an insight. The blue colors are being allocated to the directory names and the size in red. But you want it more colorized and more formatted, so it makes it easier for you to view files. Here comes the dust command. So as you can see, it gives you a bar. The dot is for the whole directory, and then it shows how a particular directory consumes, and it's really well visually projected, and it makes it easier to view. Say that you want to print it in reverse order. You'd pass in the flag reverse, and this is how it goes. This is my project, these are my projects, and this is how every single directory, every individual directory occupies space in my system. Now let's see the third command. Say that you want to view the size consumed by different file systems in your system. You'd use the df command, and this is the output that's being printed by it. Now you can, if you want to view human readable sizes, you'd pass in the -h flag, which gives you the output in gigs. Now here you can also pipe it to bat to colorize it and to make it easier to view it, like this. But this is still not convincing, and you still want a better representation. So here comes the duf command. Compare this with the df command and see how well presented this is. The duf command and df command serve the same purpose, but the duf command is really well presented.